Alright guys, here's another how-to on a Volkswagen 2.0 engine turbo. They're all kind of going to be about the same, but here's a rundown. I already did the job and I'm almost ready to cover it up. Basically, here on the bottom, once you put the engine on top of the center, your sprocket only goes one way. It has, see, here's the old one, and it has a groove on it. See, that's supposed to be flat across, so this one they put it in wrong and they messed it all up. And then on the sprocket itself there's going to be marks. See, like the one on the bottom and the one in the center there, that's going to be, this one is going to be for your balancer shaft, this one for the cams, for the actual timing, and then this one right here is just for the oil pickup. So it doesn't really matter how this one goes, but all these two, they have to matter. Then your sprocket is going to have a mark. Okay, so you're going to line that with a chain, and then this sprocket on the back, it has a dot on it. Okay, has a little dot. That dot has to match with this sprocket that has another sprocket on the back that has another dot. They have to go next to each other. That dot with the dot on this sprocket, and then the chain goes on this dot over here, and then it goes on the bottom of the crank, and it goes right there. And then you put your tensioner on and you can have it all set up. And then on the timing chain of the actual cam and exhaust and whatnot, it has that mark. That mark right there has to line up with the chain itself. And then this is the oil pickup. It doesn't really matter how you put it on, but so that chain on the actual cam, on the actual cams, it has his dot and his other mark. Now, you have to have the right tools to do this job, which I have them, so you can hold the cam in place and they don't tend to move around. When you're putting in the timing, when you put in the chain on, there's going to be a little slack on the chain in between the sprockets. In between the cam, there's going to be a little slack. It's okay, that's fine. When you put the chain on, you put it on timing, and you're trying to put the bottom one on the crank, it's not going to allow you to line it up, so you have to take the tool to loosen up this the intake side and put your 19 millimeter wrench over here and hold it in place slowly so it doesn't jump any tooth, and then you line it up and whatnot and you'll figure it out. But in case you made the mistake that I did and you move the cams out of place, like three teeth, and you move it out of place, the only way you can get it back in place is by taking the valve cover off, because the valve cover is the one that holds the cams in place. So in order to take it back in timing, you have to loosen up the valve cover, put a new gasket on and whatnot, in order to get to the being able to freely spin the engine, to order to get it back on time and whatnot. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll gladly help anybody. The toolkit to be able to do this job, it's, I don't know, somewhere around 50 to 60 bucks on eBay. It definitely helps a lot. Without that, it's really hard to get this thing on time. Anyways, hope this helps, and if anybody has a question, I'm glad to answer.